Thank you. Okay. All right. It is 6 o'clock on June 30th, and I call this special called meeting to order. Councilwoman, unless there's an objection, seeing none, Councilwoman Harris will be doing the invocation and the pledge, please.
Rise as you are able, please. At this meeting, help us to make decisions which keep us faithful to our mission and reflect our values. Give us strength to hold to our purpose, wisdom to guide us, and a keen perception to lead us. And above all, keep us charitable as we deliberate. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Sharon, you need to read something, please.
A resolution of the Mayor and Council of the City of Dunwoody, Georgia, to fix the ad valorem tax rate of the City of Dunwoody for fiscal year 2025 and for other purposes.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. This evening is the third and final 2025 millage rate public hearing. I'll show a brief presentation followed by public comments before we hand it back over to you, Mayor and Council. And then third time's the charm. First, we want to start by saying the state law requires cities to hold 3 public hearings, stating they are increasing rates. This hearing is the final of the 3, even though the city is not raising its property tax rate. It will stay at the 3.04. It even reduces to 2.04 for homesteaded properties. The city has an assessment freeze in place where if the county property appraiser raises the home value, city taxes still will not go up. 85% of the homes in the city have a homestead exemption. So once again, if the value of the property goes up, city taxes do not. The remaining 15% of homes here are either rental properties or second homes. So we just wanted to talk about the 3 hearings rule. It comes up because Dunwoody kept the rate the same, but it's above the state's rollback rate. It works like this. 2024 rate was 3.04. The worth of commercial property in non-homestead reassessments was worth 0.106 mils. So the state says the rate should be reduced to 2.934, offsetting commercial and the non-homestead increases. The real reason behind this law was for cities that don't have property assessment freezes, such as the city of Dunwoody. We held our first 2 state-required public hearings Monday, June 16th, one at 8, one at 6. And this is our 3rd one tonight. The city also had to reissue a press release on June 5th and place advertisement in the local paper on June 5th and 19th. Both the press release and advertisement listed date and times of these public hearings. This notice of property tax increase is one of the required advertisements by state law. The language in this notice is dictated by state law, so we're not allowed to change any of its wording. So although the city is not proposing a millage rate increase, the state considers any millage rate above rollback a property tax increase. This advertised increase of 3.61 is due solely to increase above the rollback rate. And again, 85% of residential homes in Dunwoody qualified for a permanent freeze of their home's value for tax purposes. Also in the notice of property tax increase, below are the background numbers required in the advertisement shown on the last slide. The number has to be shown without the freeze in place. So the typical value home at $600,000 and the advertisement is shown with a $24 increase. But in the final bill, this increase would be 0 for all homesteaded properties. But we're not allowed to calculate that assessment freeze in this advertisement. State law also requires the advertisement of the tax digest for 5-year history. This required advertisement made things a little more confusing as it ignores the rollback. This is a raw year-over-year increase in the tax digest. And it does not account for commercial properties, newly sold homes, and rental property. Well, it does, I'm sorry, it does show. And this is a typical DeKalb tax bill, and we just wanted to show that 80% of that tax bill will go to school operations. And in the top right, you'll see that 5% will go to city operations. This is the city's general fund budget. It was passed October 2024. It will be adjusted based on current revenue estimates. This 2025 general fund revenue budget pie chart, and it's showing 35.7% of the property is coming from property tax revenue. And this is the 2025 general fund expense budget, and we just wanted to show that 38.6% of this expense budget is going to public safety, our police. So staff recommends adoption of the rate of 3.04 mils at this meeting and after the 3 public hearing, and it will adjust revenue accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you. Unless there's an objection, I open the public hearing. If anyone would like to speak in favor of maintaining the millage rate at 3.040 mils, there'll be 10 minutes if anyone would like to speak. All right, seeing no one, if anyone would like to speak in opposition of maintaining the millage rate at 3.040 mils, you can approach and you'll have 10 minutes. All right, I don't see any public comments, so I will close the public hearing unless there's an objection. Seeing none, questions of the staff? The staff, anybody have any questions for? Okay, would you go back to the slide just because when you were talking about the digest, just to clarify what it included and what it didn't, because because it includes newly sold homes and commercial property
Yes,
increases.
yes.
Okay, just making sure. I wanted to make sure.
Sorry about that.
But I also want to point out, or want to ask you a question. So, for example, the house across the street from me flipped. You know, somebody bought it, did work, and it sold for $850,000. So the increase between the former owners who were the original owners and the current owners in their property taxes is about a $400 difference. Because it was under Georgia law, when a property sells, it is supposed to reassess at its sold value for so their bill of $650, it doesn't matter what happens with their assessed value. If their assessed value goes up, it still stays at $650, presuming we keep the millage rate at 3.040, correct?
Is that correct?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got a little lost in the question.
So the question is, I just want to clarify for everyone, because what I hear a lot is that prices have gone up so much that our revenue must be exploding. But the reality is that, first of all, $400 is a lot, but it went from, say, $300 to $650, so that's actually $350. And it only does that once.
You are, use the term refrozen. So the
Right.
new owner is frozen at the new value.
Right. So I did the math, just in case anybody on council's curious, and we would have to have 800 homes sell annually from original owners. So it can't be like somebody bought it in 2015 and sold it in 2025, that would have similar increases in value to make $300,000, somewhere around there. So it's 800 homes, somewhere around there.
And
So,
I can even add to that, if you'll let me on
Uh-huh.
it, is with our 1 mil reduction.
right,
That increase is actually reduced by 33%. So
Yes.
if you gain 300,000 in house value, only 200,000 is seen by the city.
yeah. But yes. And that's, yeah. Okay, any further questions or discussion? Catherine? I can't see you because. there's
No questions, no questions.
Okay, thank you.
Nope.
Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna have Mr. Vinicki help you. Because I think, I'll go over it since you're here and there's no one here and it's okay. Is that the estimate that you received doesn't reflect some of the exemptions? Because under the state law, the exemptions you get, like the 1 mil exemption, and then Jay can explain it to you, but so he'll explain it to you.
Move to approve.
Moved by Joe,
Second.
second by Stacy. Any further discussion or questions? Catherine, you okay?
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries unanimously. Thank you all.
Thank you.
No additional comments, Mayor. Thank you.
And no executive session.
No executive.
Council comments? None. Oh yeah, we'll see you Friday at the 4th of July parade. Executive session, we don't have one. I need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Moved by Tom. Second by
Second.
Joe. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And adjourn. Thank you.